Hi friends, we'll learn about Openpyxl library. Using this library we can write our data to Excel file, read the data, format it and add various charts and other operations. This is first we'll start how we'll install the Openpyxl, then a simple script how we'll enter data and then save it in our local file system where you want to save it, then add a list also to a worksheet, then how we will add formats, so different background colors and font we will see, then how we will take a list to our worksheet, then we'll move towards how we'll add a dictionary, and a similar concept we'll be using for a database integration also, and we can add some formulas whatever. We'll just add up a list and display it on a Excel sheet. Then we will learn how to add images to our Excel file including other data also. Then we will add one chart. So we'll give the range of data to be used and develop a chart. All this we'll do from Python using our Openpyxl library. We'll learn all about this. If Openpyxl is not installed, then you can install it by going to your command prompt and write there pip install Openpyxl, and if it is already installed you can upgrade it also. The commands are here, and you can just, after once it is installed, you can import it. So this is where the first line we are importing that one, and in here you can see that this is the path where we will be storing our Excel file. So whatever data we give, this will be the file name and the path. In your case the path will change. So within this, now let's first create a workbook. We are giving the name as WB. So workbook, now it is our workbook. We know we'll be adding our data to a worksheet, so we'll create a worksheet, or by default a default worksheet is created. Let's start our working with our default worksheet. So WB active. Now this will give us access to our default worksheet where we will be working. So for that, let's write it work with default worksheet. Fine, that is. Now the most important part is, now let's first store our workbook. So WB save. Now where I will be saving? I saving it my path just above. Here we have written at line number 4. Now within this, let us add our data. First what you will say, let's just change the width of it, so little bit. So what you will say, WS1 worksheet 1 column dimension. Now which column dimension? Now we have to specify which one. So we can specify either A1. A is the A, B, C, D, the columns are there. A1 means sorry, is no A1 because we are telling the column dimension. So A width equal to 10. I am just specifying the width. Now it is a column, so we have given. Now similarly row height also we can change. So let's change WS1. Now we'll say row dimension. Now which row dimension? We'll say first row. See, first row is 1. Next row is 2, like that. There is no 0 in the row. Only once you use the row convention, so there is no 0. So height equal to, let's give 20. You can give whatever. This is how we are set the column dimension and row dimension. Fine. Now let's add a data. So what you will say, WS1 worksheet 1, which location? We'll say A1, means the first row, first column. This is the top left corner of our worksheet. Let's write here welcome. Now one more, let's write WS1. Now let me just see B1, means B1 means right of A1, top row, the right next to the A first column. So second column it is. I am just writing it welcome. Let me just give little space here. Here I will say 2 plus 2 net. Write whatever you want. Now let's understand or learn another notation, how we will write it based on row and column. So let me just, I am just accessing it, WS1 cell. Once I am writing cell, I can access it by row and column. So row is second row, first column. What data should go? I am writing Python. That's all. Up to this, fine. Then whatever I have written here, that will be in this path, it will be saved. Let me just save this. Let me save it and running once. Yeah, it has no error. So I'll go back to my system here. Let me just refresh this. The sorry, whatever demo Openpyxl testing, let me run it once. I am not run it or what. It is okay, fine. Now there is no error. Let me just refresh this page. Let's see. Yeah, demo has come up. Let's just open it and see what the data is there inside. So okay, let me minimize a bit. Yeah, so you can see welcome to +2net Python. So whatever data we have based on our column notation, and then we have gone our row and column. So that way this data is added to the Excel file. Let's add some format. So for that we'll import that. So from Openpyxl, now from here, sorry, the styles, import. Now we'll say pattern fill, and one more is, let's go for font, currency, several other things also we can format it. Let's understand the easiest ones, then we'll go. So I'll just remove this line. These two only will be using. Now A1 equal to WS1. Now I am accessing first whatever I have written at the top. A1 I am accessing. Now let me just change the fill it with a different background. So I am using fill equal to pattern fill. Now what way it should fill type? I am giving fill type equal to solid. So then start color. What should be the my color? Should be start color. I can specify the end color also. Let me just give me RGB FF 00 FF. So this, I think violet color it will come. Okay, now let me just save this. Let's see how this looks. I'm just running this. No error. So let me just open the file and see how this is. This is demo 1. So this should add the format here. You can see here this particular format is background color we have added. Now let's add few more. Let's add font style, because this background fill and font will be frequently using. So for that, let me just a1 dot font equal to font. Now this is font what you have imported here at the top. You can see here. So because we must import it before using it, otherwise the error will be there. So for here we are saying size equal to 20, and bold, let's make it bold, true. Then vertical align, horizontal alignment, all options are there. You can, whatever you want, you can add it. So let me say subscript. So vertical alignment. Now this is the only thing we have added. Now let me just run it once, and yeah, it is created. Now let it go back here again, open the file. So this should reflect to the A1 cell. Here you can see here this is bold, and whatever the font sizes we have applied, that is incorporated in the format. Let's apply the format to a row. Usually the header row will keep it as a different format, so bottom data will be there. So for that purpose, let's just keep it a variable here. So we'll say that and based on that we'll use that. So pattern fill is there. So let me just give the name to this, my fill. So this is the one, my fill. Now this, let me give this one as my font. So two fonts are one fill and one font, two I have declared now. Now this will apply to our one row in particular. So what you will do is we'll create a for loop for cell in WS1 worksheet 1. What is that one? For the first row we'll say 1 is to 1. I think it will be within quotes. Yeah. So what happened now? I am selling first entire row, whatever data is there, that is, because if I'll make, this is the row number, this is the column. So what happened if I'll make it 1 2 till 2, then I have to put another for loop. So let's first work on the our whatever the first one. So first row we are saying that I apply the our whatever formats we have given. So for that we'll say cell dot font equal to my font. My font what you are declared at above line number 13. Similarly, let's give cell dot fill equal to my fill. Now what happened, I am saying that these two things you apply to this, it will loop because there are two A1 and B1 are there. So there it's in the first row. So it will apply these two styles to those things. Let me just save it and run once. Let's see how it works. Okay, it's created. Now let's go back here, open my demo file. Let's see. So now it should apply to one row. You can see here welcome to plus to net, both the cases. I have to extend it a bit. Fine. So this is how we can apply it to a row also. Let's add a list to our workbook. So we'll remove all this stuff not required. Then this also, here we'll keep it. Formatting also will remove, and we'll here the same path will maintain for our saving our file. So now let's create a list L1. L1 equal to, I'm just creating a list, say A, then B, then C, it is C, then let's add one more D. So this list will add to our worksheet. So ws1 dot append. That's all. Now what will append? Will append the L1. So this list will be added at the beginning horizontally. Let's see how this will execute once. There is no error. So we'll go for yeah, there is no error. Let's go and open our file. So this is what the path the file is created. Now this file we can see here A, B, C, D. The list is added here. Now we'll add vertically. We'll remove this. Now we'll define, because for adding vertically we'll define rows and columns. So R and C equal to 1 comma 1. So I'll say this is row and column values. So first row, first column. So R and C we are given 1 1. So for data in L1, so this is a list, we are looping through each element. Now here we'll say ws1 dot cell. Cell will take two inputs, rows and columns. So R comma C we are given, and what the value is, the data. So one element will go by R and C. So next will, because 1 we are adding below the next row, so we'll say R plus 1. So 1, then next row, like that each element. That's all. Let's just run this. There is no error. Yeah, we'll just see how our file is. So here you can see the list is added one below the other. Now let's add a dictionary to this. So we'll replace this list with a dictionary here. So three keys are there, A, B and C. The values is a list here. A will have one list, B another list, C another list as values. Now we'll maintain same R and C, and we'll start for K in my dict, because my dict is my dictionary here. So we are looping through and getting the values from the K. K will take all the key values only. So let's go to the next. Now we'll say, here we'll say first what you will do, cell RC, row and column first. First row, first column we are putting the key value. Now to the right of it, the same key, the other value will put the value, because it's a list. So one element, suppose this first key, this is the first element, this is the second element. So we'll add that. For that we'll say ws1 dot cell. Now again R, here we will say C plus 1, because to the right of it, C is the column value. By first it will take 1, so next it will take 2. So then we'll say my dict. What's the data should be? My dict, my dictionary, and here I am saying the K is the key, then the first element. So I'll say 0. Now for the second element, let me just copy this, paste it here. So what I will do here, the right of it, so I'll make it 2, and here I will make it 1. So for the first loop is there, A will be taken and will be placing the key here. Next the element will be taken. So Alex, value of Alex will be taken, and this data will be placed here. And next one, K, same key and the next element. So the 30 will come. Now our row we are increasing by R plus 1. Let's just save it, run once and see how this works. Okay, no error. Let me just go here, open my demo. Here it is. You can see the keys are placed A, B, C, one below the other, and then the corresponding values, which is a list, is placed here. So each key values are placed. We'll learn how to add formula to our worksheet so we can display some calculations. Now for that I'm just creating a list here. So 10, anything you can add the figures. So let's go with 4 elements. So we have placed it here. Now what you will do, like before what you have learned, ws1.append will add horizontally. So what we are adding is L1. So now all the lists are in the top left side horizontally, the data is populated. Below that we'll say ws1 dot cell next row. So row 1 is our data is there. So row 2 we are going, and column equal to 3, third column we are just writing a column 3, sorry, here I will say value equal to, now we're saying sum. This is a text only, not that we are writing a formula. So slightly giving space. That's all. The value what we have placed it here. Thus the sum equal to that much text only will be printed here. Now next line we are saying result. Here we'll write our formula ws1 dot cell, the particular cell where we want. Now here in the right of this where the sum we have written. So same row. Now here we'll say column equal to 4. So at the top we have given at column 3. So the right of it. Now we are this where the result column. Now this particular column we have access. Now the value will write it result dot value. So this value is equal to this value equal to, now here I am writing the formula sum. What I am writing A1. So A1 till D1. A1 D1 is nothing but our this list what you have posted here starts from 10 is goes to A1. Now B1 is 12, C1 is 8, D1 is 13. So I am saying A1 to D1 you just add up, and that value you, sorry, here I must place a equal to here. So that value you place it here. Now this is fine with the column. Now let's just slightly give a decoration to it. We'll keep a slightly bold font and the background color will make it yellow. So for that I am just pasting it here. This is a simple formatting only. Okay, at the beginning I had to import it because without that it will not. From Openpyxl. Now styles. Now what I will think, import. Now pattern field and font. These two I am importing. Okay, font I have not here. Here I am used it. Font, fine. So let me just save this. Running once. Let's see how this works. So slight error. I may have to. Oh, sorry. Here I think I have to uppercase F. Fine. Now let me run this. Okay, no error. Now let me just go here, open the demo file what is created now. So the formula should you can see here sum is written, and here the 43. Here you can see the formula also A1 to D1. So it adds up all the 4 values. We'll add one image to our worksheet. So for that we'll say from Openpyxl dot drawing dot image import image. So this will be using it. Now for that let me just, here I will say now my image, I am creating a image object here equal to image. Now where is my image? In my case it is in the D drive. In your case it can be in any other location also. Now here I am saying JPG. This is where my image is located. Path. You will change this path also. So now we'll say ws1 dot add image. Now which image? First my image that at the top we have declared it, my img. Now which location? I am saying A1. Okay. Now this is placed on the top left. Now below this, up to this, let me just delete and paste one below that, just to understand that we are placing the image at the top. I'm just placing some code here. So this is nothing but the same code. Here is a list. You can see the image ends here, the list, then row. I'm slightly going below because I'm first 1 and 2 rows I'm leaving for the image. So next here 3 and first one, then one list I am maintaining. We have already seen this, and I am keeping the list, and then just adding the format. So this is the formula we are adding, and to that one format we are already just now discussed. So the same thing. So main important focus is here how the data we have the image we have inserted at the top. Let me just run this and see. Okay, no error. Now let me just go here, open the file. So we'll see how the image, and yeah, here it is. The image was displayed here at the A1 column. So we have left it, and from the third column onwards we have started adding our list, and the same formula we have used it, but we have shifted it 2 rows down. So then again the same formula we have used. We'll add chart to our worksheet, a graph. So this part we'll remove it. We are not adding any formula now, but the same data, slightly this list values we have changed. This is just for our sample data to populate the graph. Now at the top, let's just first we'll import for the graph what we will create now from Openpyxl .chart. What we are importing? Import bar chart. Now you can import any other chart also. Here reference, then we'll be using series. So these three we are importing now, and we'll be using this. Now let's come down at the top. Again here we have the image at the top, then the data what we will be using to populate our chart or the graph. Now here row 3rd onwards it is started. We are just showing the sample values first. Now let's tell the chart that what value to use. So here we'll start values equal to references. Now what reference will take? Worksheet 1 first, where it will be, then min column or minimum column COL, minimum call equal to 1, then minimum row equal to 3, just column 1 3. So where from it is starting, you just see here the 20 is at row 3 column. This is at a column 1 and row number is 3. So that's why you can see here. That's why we are telling start from here. Now next is we'll say max underscore call equal to, now this is 5, maximum column is 5 because it should go. Then similarly max row equal to 3 because the row is same. So minimum row, max row, because all are in the same line. So this is all. Now let's come back to the, you can see here I have closed the line. So values are there. Now let's just declare the chart object. So chart equal to bar chart. Fine. Now next we'll say chart, add the data to this chart. We'll add the chat dot add data. Let's move up a bit. Okay, add data. Now what it will values are here. So these values whatever we have declared at the top. So we have added it. Now let's place it on our worksheet. So ws1 dot add chart. Now chart here, this is what at the top we have declared, and which location we are saying go for A5. That's all. Let's see how this works. So this much is the code. There is the list what we will be using. So and here we are specifying that from where to where the data will be taken. So let's just run it and see whether any error is there. So okay, no error. Now let me just go here, open our demo file. Let's see how the chart comes up. Here it is. Our chart is there. It has taken all the data from here and the chart is created. So like this you can add other charts also and further continue. Now these techniques whatever you have learned, we'll use it to take data from the database, and also we'll learn how we'll read a Excel file and take the read the and bring it to the Python for other operations. So all those things we'll learn in the next part. I will just request you, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you'll be notified as and when we add new tutorial. We frequently do that also. And if you have any doubts, suggestion, comments, use the comment section below to tell us how it is and what are the problems you are facing, and if you have any ideas also. Please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends, and thank you for watching.